Hey everyone, it's Nick with Save Your Plant. Hope everyone's well. It's been a while since I last did a video. It's been exactly 6 months ago. So where have I been? Well, I'm getting married. See, this thing is stuck. It's never coming off. It's easy to get engaged, but a lot of work goes into actually, getting married, sending out invites, thank you notes, receiving presents. Well, that's the easy part, but a lot of work. So that's where I've been. Um, all married and stuff. So what have I been up to? Well, I already did my tomato review, or potato review to myself. It's pretty sad, so I didn't do a video. But if you do want to see what I did harvest, it's right here. These are basically the potatoes I planted. Oh, here's one more. Yeah, so there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 little squishy weird things. All the other potatoes were eaten up by grubs. I had the grow bag right here on the ground, and this plot right here is pretty bad with grubs. So every turn of the season I really go through and pick out all the grubs I possibly can. There's a couple additives that you could do to the soil, but I choose not to do that because it says wait like a year before you replant. Like, well, if anything requires that much time, I don't want it in my garden, period. So old true fail method, pick it out with your hands. Artichokes I planted in spring. Those are doing good. Here's my winter garden. This is Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and cauliflower all kind of, mixed in. Bit of a caterpillar and cutworm issue, as with any kind of winter crop, especially these kind of crops. As you can see, they really kind of decimated a lot. Let me see, do I see any? I want to show you guys an example. And they're really weird. They always go right for the center here, which, destroys the plant, kills it. So it's like they're killing off their own source of food. Any in there? No. In there? I mean, this is a pretty good sign that I'm not seeing any. Came out here this past Saturday. Today's Monday. Came out here, and I'm on my lunch break, so I just ran home. Work right up the street. A landscape company. And on the back, there you go. Squished them on Saturday. Came through it and I fed it. It's called Azos, which is a root feed. Helps stimulate new root growth. Calcium and magnesium to help replenish what's been eaten. So Saturday I came out here and squished bugs, worms, caterpillars, and I did it again on Sunday because I came out here to give them another watering and found some more, so I squished all those. I came out here this morning, found just one, which is great. Not great, but great. I found it and just continually searching for them. I've tried sprays in the past, it didn't work. Well, can't say it didn't work, it just didn't work. So I use my own, which is an onion, jalapeno, garlic, and a little bit of soap, and I boil that all together. Soap comes in last, and a spray bottle. Spray. Nah. Went with my other proven. It was called Jack's Bug Beyond. Didn't work. So squish, squish, squish. Ultimate organic method. Trinidad Scorpion chilies are doing well. Still coming, which is awesome. Lots and lots of blossoms. Right there. This is really just blossoming out like crazy. And it's December. Here's a reservoir of just rainwater. We've been pretty lucky. We've been getting a lot of rain. That's why I had to build these frames, because these plants were just getting pounded by the rain. And so at night I close them, and during the day I open them. And when it rains, I have another system in mind. I've already designed it and developed it, but it's not currently set up. we do get some rain this coming Thursday, so I have those set up and I can show you what that is, just so I don't lose the benefits of, you know, precious rainwater. Over here, remember the section is usually pretty barren. We got some Phalaenopsis laying on the ground from work. So what I've been doing is just tossing in pretty much any kind of plant. We have Phalaenopsis, Cymbidiums, a little yucca, forgot the name of that, elephant ears, and I've just been sticking stuff in there. My plan is to actually do a live wall with the Phalaenopsis, because I get an abundance of them from work. We also do interior scapes for high profile people, you know, actors, actresses, big companies, and once the Phalaenopsis stop, you know, they drop their blooms, they want a new one. So instead of throwing them away, I spoke to the guy that manages the install for the interiors, and he brings me all the plants he pulls out. So that's awesome. Succulent garden, it's doing pretty good. Eureka lemon tree is doing really well now. Been spraying it with Jack's Bug Be Gone and compost, not compost, manure, and steer manure down in this box, along with any weird looking lemons, and feeds it right there. Grapes, roses, taller than me, huge. These get trimmed on Christmas Day. I always hold off until Christmas Day to trim these, and they'll be cut down basically to stubs. Pink lady apple. It's a little pink. It's almost ready. I didn't get as many because I didn't have any pollen to cross-pollinate, but now I have this Anna apple, and it does have blossoms. This thing is pretty much year-round, evergreen. It needs more leaves though. I keep on taking these blossoms off, so let's focus this energy on, you know, bushing out. Habaneros and pepper plot. Looks gross, huh? Look at that. That's gross. These were all really looking good, but then I took off and got married and went on my honeymoon and came back, and things were rotting, and so I need to fix that. And you know, that's as far as the sun at this time gets. That's as far as it goes. So that whole section over there is always shaded. A little bit of a change. I don't know if you guys remember, my lawnmower had two doors opened up like so. Well, the doors finally just gave out, so I went ahead and made these drawers out of some, you know, same gate wood. You see that? Another person on the other side has the same gate, and they tore it down and put a knotty pine gate up, and they were going to throw this away, and I asked them, like, you know, mind if I reuse it? And they're like, sure, help yourself. So I have it on sliders, all handy dandy. There's all my feeds and nutrients, and this is the calcium, CalCarb, Azos. I like the extreme gardening products. They're really awesome stuff. And this is a free sample kit. It comes with that, Azos, calcium, Mycos, which is an inoculated. All you do is pay for shipping. It's 12 bucks and you get all this free stuff to try out. So what I do is I never actually purchase anything. I just keep on buying free samples. Shipping's like 12 bucks and one of the little things like $10. It's like, whatever. So I did have a turtle. I'll go into further detail in a later update, but I had a turtle living in this thing I found on the street. Bought it off a homeless man asking for money for drugs. He's like, man, can you help me out with 40 bucks? I was like, no. But I was like, then I noticed he had a turtle. I was like, how about this? I'll give you 20 bucks to go buy drugs if you hand me that turtle. And I asked him, where'd you get it? He's like, oh, I just found it. So I tried to find its owner. No luck. I had it for 3 months. Put a couple postings online, found pets, yada yada yada. Of course, they don't chip, you know, turtles, so took it to the vet, tried to have them scan it. They're like, yeah. So I ended up taking it to a turtle rescue because it was just getting way too cold, and I spent a ton of money on heaters, water heaters, heating rocks, heating lights, heating lamps, heating pads, heating fresh food, fresh Patagonian scallops, strawberries. It did pretty well, but then it stopped kind of eating because it was getting cold, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I took it to a rescue, gave them some money as a donation, and it's my old cracky setup. Actually had a water recirculating, had a reservoir at the bottom, the cover just to provide cover and also humidity. That's the hutch that it lived in. Had a top with a lamp, and on the bottom were heaters. That was attached to the side of here. Now it's just full of phalaenopsis and other succulents, or not, other orchids. They're going to go on that living wall that I got from work. So a slight update in the back. I laid out a little bit of straw, just a tiny bit. Got some cool furniture here. I really need to develop this backyard. And that damn Ford Focus still here. Look at the bananas. Huge. Taller than me, obviously. So it's about 15 feet. The reason for the straw is to help, suppress all the weeds and the crabgrass that's growing underneath. I've done this before in the front, where that other plot is, where there's straw as well, and it did a very good job. Since I'm working for a landscape company, I know how to garden. I just didn't know how to really plan. So now I'm getting exposure to SketchUp and AutoCAD, and so I can fully design my new backyard. I've been gardening hands in the dirt since for 27 years now. I know how to garden. I know how to do cracky. I know how to do hoop houses. I know how to do Dutch bucket. I know how to just in the ground, winter gardening, bug, feed. And it took 27 years to kind of gather all that information so that one day I'll have a sustainable backyard garden that will support my needs at home, So that's the reason why this is opened up. This is actually going to come out to the center. It's going to be glass, not plastic. And the tomatoes I had in there, they did alright, but they suffered from magnesium deficiency and they had end rot. But I caught it, started giving it more magnesium, and it kind of remedied it, but it was a little too late. But I got the concept. It was a learning experience. Time to move on and try it again and do it right this time. So, as I'm working to design my new backyard, this is the way it's going to be for now. It's all going to be raised beds, tiered, hoop house converted to an actual glass greenhouse in the center. There was going to be a water feature, a living wall, and it will be returned to a cracky setup because it grew leafy lettuces like that. It's super easy. Alright, that's my update. It's been a while, but I'm happy to be back. Doing these videos are cool. I have fun with it. I'm going to try to focus on a little bit more information, like detailed things that I'm doing. Not my building. Because building, I just kind of sketch it, like okay, and then I kind of build as I go and do it as I go. So that would be like a 5-hour video just to build a stick. Alright, I gotta get back to work.